Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, got a little more new promo there. And I want everybody to know that I have a special affinity to the Statue of Liberty for lots of reasons. Many, many years ago at Showcase Movie Cinemas, they used to sell prints. I was like 19, 20 years old, and I bought a print of the Statue of Liberty that still hangs right outside my office. And I just love the Statue of Liberty. And we've incorporated it in our promo. Thank you, Sabrina. You did a good job. And let's get going. Claudio Manuel Neves Valente is the murderer of Brown University and the MIT professor. Portuguese national, is not an American citizen, studied with the MIT professor in Portugal. Obviously had a beef with him. They don't know what the beef is at Brown University. Problem solved when a janitor had an altercation with him in Brown University, kicked him out, noticed his car description, license plate, solved by the janitor. The people always solve these things. It's not police doing something grand and great. And he killed himself, just so you know. They found him in a storage garage, shot and killed by his own hand. So no trial, no nothing, good riddance, F him. Those poor two wonderful children at Brown who lost their lives for senseless no reason from this ass.
One was a neurosurgeon.
Sick. We're going to be a neurosurgeon. All right, Turning Point USA kicked off their 4-day extravaganza. I mean, they got everybody speaking. J.D. Vance, Don Jr., Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro. I mean, it's a long list. Erica Kirk kicked it off and endorsed J.D. Vance for president. When you think about how do you win a Republican primary when J.D. Vance will have Trump support and organizations like Turning Point USA, good luck trying to beat him in a primary. And then you're going to have all that support going forward in a general election. Michaela Ponce, fired. She was the Target employee that vilified somebody that had a Trump shirt on. Gone. Kennedy Center. There was apparently a vote to rename it the Trump Kennedy Center. I disagree with this. I agree with the president, like I say, 99.9% of the time. I just don't see the need to rename the Kennedy Center. It's been the Kennedy Center forever. Trump Kennedy Center, not necessary. The moon. President Trump has signed orders, executive orders, wants to be the moon in 2028. Housing emergency. Trump's considering executive order considering housing emergency that would allow him to reduce price of housing. Minnesota fraud is just unbelievable. They think it could be as much as $9 billion, 14 Minnesota departments, programs involved. Crazy stuff. Cardinal Timothy Dolan's resignation was accepted by the Pope. He has been the Cardinal and Archbishop of the New York Diocese. The Pope has already selected a bishop from Illinois to replace Cardinal Dolan. The Greg Biffle family, sad. Former NASCAR driver, including Craig Wadsworth, Dennis Dutton, and his son Jack Dutton, and the entire Biffle family pictured here, all dead on that plane trip from North Carolina. They were going to Florida. There was a text, we're in trouble. Boom. Was it on landing or takeoff? Takeoff, right? Sad. I tell you right now, private planes, jets. You know what? I've never flown on one. I've never flown on a private jet. I've been asked to, and I haven't. In Trump world, I was asked a couple times, and I said, nah, I don't need to go. Fetterman supports the Venezuela blockade. Good for him. Judge Dugan, this is the Minnesota judge who helped, or Wisconsin judge, Milwaukee, who helped somebody try to escape ICE, found guilty of obstruction. Wages are up and inflation is down, according to the latest report. World news that nothing to report. In pop culture, Jenny McCarthy says, lots of folks in Hollywood are telling her they support what Bobby Kennedy's doing with Maha. If you are a health nut in California, how do you not like what Bobby Kennedy's doing? And it's a Kennedy doing it. Nick Reiner. Well, it's come out that, and this is sad, that Rob Reiner was telling people at the Conan O'Brien party he was petrified of his son, that he was genuinely worried. My guess is he got in the house because he knew the code. Sad. Kristen Cabot. I feel sorry for this woman. She was the woman that got busted on Kiss Cam at the Coldplay. She lost her job. Her marriage, they were already separated, just so you know. She reports that they were already separated. It was a devastating experience for her. She lost her job. And she's been told that she's unemployable. Think about that. Unemployable for that? She didn't kill anybody. Kristen, if you want a job, call me. I will hire you. Email me. I will hire you. I will give you a job worthy of your time and talents. You can help me. I'll help you. See how corporate world works? If you have any little imperfection, ding, that happens to you. Unemployable. These self-righteous pukes can kiss my ass. This is why I battle these jackwagons every single day. I would be unemployable in the corporate world in this country. Thank God I'm self-employed. Feel sorry for her. Trump, Christmas holidays for federal workers. This is going to make him some fans. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after Christmas. All federal, off days. Sports Without Boundaries. Seahawks overtime. 38-37 over the Rams. Ohio fired their coach, Smith, who won the MAC last year. Why? Violation of alcohol policy. Do you know that the Ohio University is voted the biggest party school in the country before? The Bears are considering moving, they'll still be the Bears, moving to Indiana for their stadium. Isn't that interesting? Oklahoma Sooners play the Alabama Crimson Tide tonight. I want the Bama to get their revenge. In history, huge day in history, Thomas Paine published The American Crisis, which was his great work during the Revolution. Common Sense was before Revolution. He was one of the big boys of the Founding Fathers, patriots. His life turned to crap afterwards, getting involved in the French Revolution. His famous line from The American Crisis is, "This was not a time for sunshine soldiers." All right, this final Shakespeare insult of the day, I got a good one. Do not be a milk-livered, clay-brained pig nut. I cracked myself up with these. By the way, last night I watched Mel Gibson's movie version, Glenn Close, of Hamlet. It is extraordinary movie. Extraordinary. Extraordinary play, extraordinary story, extraordinarily well done. If you haven't watched it in a while, go watch. I think it's 1999. Watch Mel Gibson's Hamlet. All right, this is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great weekend.